wife and me, we decided that we should open a small restaurant and, introduce to the people in Arizona our dishes, our traditional dishes. So we create a combination with her family recipes and my family recipes. So we have La Santísima. Mexican cuisine, it has more tradition. It's a combination from Spain, from the Aztec and the Mayas. Like we have the cochinita pibil that we make it with banana leaves. This dish takes like 12 hours slow cook on the oven. Those kind of dishes, it's hard to find in North America. And one of the main things is the salsa. So if a restaurant or even a taco without a salsa is not a taco, not a good taco. So we decided to create the salsa bar. We have like around 15 to 18 salsa from peanut, chipotle, ajonjolí, sesame. Don't forget the strawberry salsa. That's one of our really best ones. La Santísima means it's like the dead, like the Day of the Dead. It's a date when we go to the cemetery to visit our ancestors. That's when we prepare their best dishes they used to like. That's why we decided to put La Santísima, because we said we're going to prepare our best dishes every day for our community in Arizona.
So Nora, how did you find this place?
There's so many Mexican choices in the Valley, and so we've gone to lots and lots of them. And we just really feel like this one stands out. It has a unique flavor for Mexican food. You really wouldn't think much until you see this huge mosaic, a Day of the Dead lady. It's just really cool on the side of the building. And they have this beautiful wooden door in the front.
Well, I tell you, for me, I drove by like 3 times. My chef friends have told me about this place, but the sign is like a dark red or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, where is this place? Lucky for GPS. Yeah. So what did you think about the approach, atmosphere, anything like that?
It's small. Mm-hmm. And I thought, in a way, that sort of lent to the excitement and the authenticity about it, and the whole theme of Dia de los Muertos that they have going on there is carried throughout, where they have all the artwork and some statues and things like that.
So, what did you think, Nathan?
It's really small and close together, yet it's gourmet, and there's a bar there. It provides a really nice atmosphere. There's a salsa bar that anyone can walk up and use.
Okay. Yeah, they have like 12 salsas. Did you start with any of that?
Definitely.
Nora, I think you want to talk about that.
They have like 20 salsas,
20,
not 12. I think it's 20 or over. And let's just talk about that salsa bar, okay? Yeah. It is the star of the show, I think, because that's my favorite thing. You walk in, you sit down, and I head right to the salsa bar and just gather up tons of salsas. I get probably like 10 different kinds. I know, it's pretty bad. Sit down at the table and wait for them to bring me the chips. And if they take too long, I just start drinking the salsa.
They're like, Nora's here.
We particularly like the pecan salsa because it was a little bit thicker, and we really enjoyed that nutty flavor and just the fact that it was so different.
Well, pecans have a wonderful creaminess inside, but a very almost bitter quality to the outer skin. Mm-hmm. And so it adds that contrast of almost like tannin with red wine that dries your mouth out. It's the same effect, that tannin dryness combined with the creaminess, and then of course a little spice, why not? Eat it on a chip.
It's perfect to mix with the other salsas too, because of that exact thing. You get the spicy with the other salsas, and then you get that creamy with the pecan salsa.
Yeah,
it's
nice.
Good.
Really good.
Yeah.
Great. Well, let's just stop there. Let's just go, right? Let's eat. No, what else did you have, Nathan?
So I got their Mayan cochinita pibil burrito, and the slow roasted pork was amazing. It just melted in your mouth. It was really flavorful, not too spicy, at least for me. And it was paired with achiote rojo sauce. And then it had beans and rice as well in the burrito. Did anybody have their actual guacamole?
We did for this appetizer, yeah.
I think they have cranberries in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll find that in Mexico. They'll add, pomegranate seeds or cranberries or something. Really, the contrast of sweet with the creaminess and hot, it really works very well. Yeah. So what did you have, Nora?
I had their special burro, so the La Santísima special burro, and I had it with steak. You can choose your meat. The burrito itself has just so many things in it, lots of vegetables, roasted poblano, huge chunks of roasted garlic, corn, rice, and I believe that they grill that because you get that Mexican cheese that's been grilled, and so it turns a little brown, and it's just really creamy, and then you get a chunk of garlic in there. It's just, so delicious.
I ordered the taco trio. I think with any good Mexican restaurant, I judge it by the tacos. I don't know about you, but that's what I do. And my trio consisted of a Baja shark, the tiger shrimp and also the barbacoa, which was fantastic. This Baja shark was really interesting because it had cabbage and it had cilantro and salsa, and it's, you know, just slightly crunchy, and it's served with rice and beans, and it was just so indicative of, if you were down in Mexico, this is probably what you would find down on the coast. It's just absolutely wonderful.
Very
I loved
street
it.
taco theme, I think, you know,
I
with
think
the tacos.
so. I think so too. And one of the other things that I loved, you had mentioned, you know, they have great drinks there. They have this really nice bar, and I was looking through their drink selection, and I saw a grapefruit margarita. It's a very generously sized glass, and it had a really beautiful slice of pink grapefruit on top. And it was just so wonderful.
So
It was
good.
just perfectly tart, perfectly sweet. And I noticed as I was leaving, there were probably about 5 or 6 other guests that also had that same drink. So
Started a trend.
obviously
Yeah.
it's popular.
Delicious.
It's wonderful.
Now-
Nora, did you have something to drink?
I did. I had a margarita. It was the Mamacita one with mango. So delicious. But I have to go back to your tacos because we have to gather in and say this quietly, because if the cardiologists in the valley hear about this, they're going to stop it. They do this thing where if you can order the tacos protein style. Did any of you do this?
No.
Okay. So my husband had the gaucho taco protein style, and what they do is instead of the tortilla, they enrobe your taco in Mexican cheese, and then they grill it.
Oh, wow.
And then they put avocado on top of that and pickled onions.
Is that legal?
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think so. So that's why we're talking quietly.
It sounds dangerous in a good way.
It
I like
is.
that.
It's so good.
All my favorite things, avocado cheese and everything.
Delicious.
Cheese, bacon. So desserts, did you try the flan?
I did not try to flan here. Did either of you two try out the dessert?
I did.
Tell us.
It was this huge plate with this flan in the middle, drizzled with caramel and nuts, and it was just delicious. I mean, we literally licked the plate.
Oh,
They only had one left, and so we had to share between 3 of us this flan, and I swear we were almost going to blows over it. It was delicious.
I think we must have been there right after you because they were out of flan. It was about 4 o'clock in the afternoon when we were finishing up. And that's the only dessert on the menu is the flan.
Right.
And we were kind of disappointed because, again, I think flan is just, it's that traditional Mexican dessert.
classic.
So it gives us a reason to go back.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, before we go, we have to talk about their horchata. Did anybody else have the horchata?
Yes.
Okay, maybe you can describe it then because it's so good.
Oh, it was just so creamy, and it had fresh berries.
It's unique, right? They put
Yeah.
cinnamon in it, they put seasonal fruit in it. So it's almost like sangria where you're kind of taking your fork and you're trying to pick out all the pieces of, they put pecans in there, and so you're trying to pick out all the nuts and the fruit.
cool.
Oh, it's so good.
If you would like to try La Santissima Gourmet Taco Shop, reservations are not accepted, and the average tab for dinner is $14 without drinks.